Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Shaniva Early, your craft doctor, with a video today. I broke out the Tonic's craft kit. It is kit number 42. This is the first one that I've ever purchased with them. So I've looked at them for a while, and I really wanted to see what was going on. So this is the Reef Builder, I guess is what it's called. And it had all of the little miniature type things in it, and so I used some of them in my design today. Okay. Ooh, sometimes these boxes are hard to open. Okay. Super quick video. I love doing these videos. The back actually cutting out the pieces taking me longer than the actual card itself. Okay, so this is what I did. This card base is just a regular card base from one of the Crafter's Companions. The card kit, card blank, excuse me, from Crafter's Companion. I just pulled that out, and then I got a piece of paper in regular cardstock, and you can probably see it's embossed. So what I did was I took the ink, one of the ink pads, and I ran it across to kind of see what the design would look like if I use color. And I decided to just keep it white because when I have these, they you can't even see them. So I did it on the back as a test, but I'm still using this piece of paper because you can't see it on the back. And so I'm just going to run my tape right over this. And you know, whenever you do any kind of embossing, make sure you put extra adhesive. So much I can barely see it where the tape is, so I'm trying to make sure I have extra. So that's a good tip to remember. Always use extra adhesive, okay, because it won't stick well. Sorry, see, this is that little tape gun thing, so now my tape gun is not falling down everywhere. Okay, well, let me make sure this is in the right direction. And so this piece is cut to 4.5 by 6.5. And this is a 5x7 card base. Okay, and then I also took the ink pad and dabbed it across to give this paper a little color around the edges, so it's not stark white. Okay, now, all right. So that's how we did that. Okay, and then I really wanted to use the some of the stuff that came with the, this is stuff that came with the actual kit. And so I really wanted to use some of this. So what I did was I took this Nouveau Embellishment Mousse and I put a little bit of it on one of my stamping blocks. Then I took some water and I sprayed it. So if this is the stamping block, I took some of the embellishment mousse and I sprayed it. And I sprayed it with water, and I took this padded knife and I swirled it around. And then I took a piece of this cardstock and sprayed it with water first, because this is watercolor card. I sprayed it with water first, and then I picked it up and I spread it all the way across. So then I had the embellishment mousse thinned out enough that it was easy to go on. Okay. Then I took some of the glitter and I sprinkled the glitter on. So if you can see, focus, Mr. Camera. Oh, where is a good focus point? I have to learn the focus points because I can't tell. Is it because this white is right here? There we go. So if you can see that there's glitter on here. And so I put the glitter on, I sprinkled the glitter on, and if you can tell, it's not rubbing off. It's not rubbing off because I sprayed the top of it with hairspray. All you got to do is go get you a can. Let me show you. If you don't already have some in the house, which I did not, I went and got the cheapest hairspray. It's called Shine Finish, from the dollar store. Cheapest can, $1 of hairspray, because hairspray sets in whatever it is you're working on. So if you need to set in some glitter or something like that, go get you a cheap bottle of hairspray from the dollar store, and it just sets it in. See, it's not coming off on me because I set it in with the hairspray. Okay? And it just takes a couple of sprays across, and that's it. Okay, so this is going to be glued down here. This is going to be glued down here. And then these two pieces are going to be glued together. What is this? Oh, my Nouveau little thingy came off. The little gem. Okay, so let's see. This is how this card is going to open. Okay, so what I did was I took some pop dots, dimensionals rather, from Stampin' Up, and I'm going to put on this piece of cardstock. What this measure? 1 by 3.5. 1 by 3.5. So that makes this 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. So then now we have this piece here. Okay. So I have this piece here, and I'm just going to glue this down to the actual layer piece. But I wanted that piece to be popped up. Okay. And so the reason why I'm doing this piece first is because I need to be able to slide these pieces on top of there like that. And so I needed to know where they went. And so now I can just lay this down right in there. Okay? Just like that. So those were just there so I know where to put them later. And so these pieces are just going to get laid straight down. Yeah. Okay. Right on here. Like that. And I intentionally did not glue down some of the spots, because you want some when you're doing some of the layouts, you want some lift to them, some dimension to it. So if you don't glue it all down in spots, you get that dimension lift like that. See that? You'll get that. And so don't always put adhesive all over, because I could have ran this delicate piece through my Xyron, but I didn't want to do that for that reason. Okay, and then I'm just going to slide this right on like that. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I have these pieces that I cut out. Now, these pieces, I left them together, but they're two separate. If you can see, like this piece, this is the inner piece of that. So what I'm going to do is I want to start out with the first one first. I want to glue these pieces down on here. I want to glue this piece flat. And then for this piece, you have to be careful because these are all different. but that's how that goes. I'm just going to take some glue and I'm only putting it right there in the center. So then when I lay this in here, the only piece that's going to be glued down is the center, which helps with that movement I was talking about. Come on up. I don't want to tear you. So the only piece is going to be laying down is the center. Okay, so then I'm just going to take that little piece and press it in the middle, just like that. Okay, and so that's how all of these are. These just didn't fall out. I was trying to keep them all in there. So when I did this part, it would be easier to put them down. And so that is like that. And then these pieces will lift out of there. They'll lift up. Okay. Lift up, little piece. I hope I didn't glue it down. Oh, there you go. Okay. So it's glued in the middle, and these are all glued around the edges. See how that's so cute. Okay, and so then I'll do the same thing with these pieces. And I'm going to have to be very careful because these pieces are very small. Small, small, small. Yeah, I think it's best to take that out. And we're going to put that down right there. And then we're going to take this piece and we're just going to put a little glue in the middle. And we're going to put this back in. See, they're all different. Let me look at this piece. I think this piece goes here. Yep, that's how that goes. And we're going to just smush that down in the middle. Like that. Okay? And so we're going to do the same to this one. Whoa. I'm going to put this one right here. And put a little dot in the middle. And let's see. I should be able to match this up pretty well right there. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing for the little tiny ones. Okay, we're going to put that one right there. Just try to be strategic with this glue. And then I'm going to put this one right right here. Trying to find the right side is probably the hardest part of it all. But if you look at the die, one part is always bigger and the other part is smaller. And so when you look at it, you will be able to put it right in there, just like that. Okay, and then press this down. And when I'm pressing it down, it's making these little points kind of go upward. So then you can lift them up, right? Come up, mister. Okay. All right. So that is our card. And I'm going to use some of this. What is this? Crystal drops. And I want to put this in the middle of our flowers. Like that. Super cute. The one thing about the crystal drops also, when you use them, if you go straight up and down like this, it will make it'll make it round. So don't do it. I'm just gonna screw this on here. Don't do it like this, like we normally do with the stickle type thing. Do it straight up and down, okay? And so I want to put them in. See how I'm doing it straight up and down, and it gives it that rounded shape really fast. Did I get all the flower centers? I'm trying to get all my flower centers. This one here. And try not to squeeze very hard. And pull straight up, because you see, if you pull straight up, it'll pull to a point, but it'll sink back in. And there you have it. I'm tapping down so the whatever's in the nozzle will dip down back in the bottle, and then you press until you feel air. If you press, like I do it underneath my chin so you can't see it, but you press until you feel air, and that's how you know your nozzle is clean. So make sure that you do that, okay? I feel like it needs some drops on this little piece here. We're gonna put one right there and one right there. Do the other two sides look lonely? I think so. Can y'all hear my puppy barking? She got such a tiny little bark. It sounds so funny. Okay. And don't forget, no matter after you use this, squeeze it so you can feel the air. You'll feel the puff of air. I squeeze it right at my chin, and so I can feel that. And so there we go. This is the number 42 Tonic Studio Craft Kit using the Reef die. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Whoa. Ah. Okay.